The British royal family, 1,000 years of power, drama, and legacy. For over 1,000 years, the British royal family has stood at the center of power, tradition, and global fascination. From brutal medieval battles to modern-day ceremonies watched by millions, the monarchy has survived wars, revolutions, scandals, and sweeping social change. This is the story of how one royal line shaped Britain and the world. Origins: before England was England. The roots of the British monarchy stretch back to the early medieval kingdoms of Anglo-Saxon England. Kings like Alfred the Great in the 9th century defended their lands against Viking invasions and laid foundations for governance, law, and education. But the monarchy as we know it truly began in 1066, a year that changed Britain forever. 1066, the Norman Conquest. In 1066, William, Duke of Normandy, crossed the English Channel and defeated King Harold II at the Battle of Hastings. Crowned William the Conqueror, he transformed England's ruling class, language, and land system. Norman rulers introduced castles, centralized authority, and feudalism, binding nobles directly to the crown. This conquest reshaped England and established a monarchy that ruled with iron authority. The Plantagenets: power and conflict. The Plantagenet dynasty ruled from 1154 to 1485 and was marked by expansion, reform, and violent internal conflict. Kings like Henry II strengthened royal justice and legal systems, still influential today. But power struggles were constant. One of the most famous Plantagenets was Richard the Lionheart, a warrior king known for crusades rather than governing England. Later came King John, whose heavy taxation and failed wars led rebellious nobles to force him to sign the Magna Carta in 1215, a revolutionary document that limited royal power and planted early seeds of democracy. The dynasty ended in bloodshed with the Wars of the Roses, a brutal civil war between two branches of the royal family, the House of Lancaster and the House of York, both descended from Plantagenets. The Tudors: power, religion, and drama. The chaos ended in 1485 when Henry Tudor defeated Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth Field, becoming Henry VII. Thus began the famous Tudor dynasty, one of the most dramatic in royal history. His son, Henry VIII, is perhaps Britain's most infamous king. Desperate for a male heir, he married 6 times and broke from the Catholic Church to create the Church of England, making himself its supreme head. This decision permanently changed British religion and politics. Henry's children continued the turbulence. Edward VI pushed Protestant reforms. Mary I attempted to restore Catholicism, earning the nickname Bloody Mary. And finally, Elizabeth I ushered in a golden age. Elizabeth defeated the Spanish Armada, encouraged exploration, and turned England into a rising global power. She died childless in 1903, ending the Tudor line. The Stuarts and Civil War. The crown passed to James VI of Scotland, who became James I of England, uniting the two crowns. But tensions grew between monarchy and Parliament. These tensions exploded during the reign of Charles I, whose belief in divine right clashed with Parliament's demands. The result was the English Civil War. In 1649, Charles I was executed, an unthinkable act that shocked Europe. England briefly became a republic under Oliver Cromwell, abolishing the monarchy altogether. Yet the experiment failed, and in 1660 the monarchy was restored under Charles II. The Glorious Revolution and Constitutional Monarchy. In 1688, fears of absolute monarchy returned under James II. Parliament invited William of Orange and Mary II to take the throne in the Glorious Revolution, a largely bloodless transfer of power. This moment was crucial. The monarchy agreed to rule with Parliament, not above it. The Bill of Rights, 1689, limited royal authority and confirmed parliamentary supremacy. From this point onwards, Britain became a constitutional monarchy, where the monarch reigns but does not rule. The Hanoverians, Empire and Industry. The royal line passed to the House of Hanover in 1714, bringing German-born kings to the British throne. George III, one of the longest reigning monarchs, oversaw both triumph and loss. During his reign, Britain lost the American colonies, but expanded its global empire elsewhere. The 18th and 19th centuries saw Britain transformed by the Industrial Revolution, becoming the world's leading imperial power. The monarchy adapted, becoming more symbolic as elected governments gained authority. Queen Victoria, the Imperial Age. No monarch shaped modern Britain more than Queen Victoria, who reigned from 1837 to 1901. Her era defined the Victorian Age, marked by industrial growth, moral conservatism, and vast empire. Victoria became a symbol of stability and duty. The British Empire expanded across continents, ruling nearly a quarter of the world's population. Through her many children, Victoria earned the title Grandmother of Europe, linking royal families across the continent. The Windsors, survival in the modern world. In 1917, during World War I, anti-German sentiment led King George V to rename the royal house Windsor, distancing the family from German roots. The 20th century tested the monarchy like never before. Edward VIII abdicated the throne in 1936 to marry an American divorcee, shocking the nation. His brother George VI led Britain through World War II, becoming a symbol of courage during the Blitz. Queen Elizabeth II, a new era. In 1952, Elizabeth II ascended the throne, beginning the longest reign in British history. She guided the monarchy through decolonization, technological revolution, and immense social change. Despite scandals, shifting public opinion, and media scrutiny, she remained a constant presence for over 70 years. Her death in 2022 marked the end of an era. The monarchy today. Today, King Charles III leads a modern monarchy in a rapidly changing world. While royal power is symbolic, the institution continues to represent national identity, tradition, and continuity. From medieval warlords to modern figureheads, the British royal family has evolved again and again, surviving by adapting. Its history is not just a royal story, but the story of Britain itself, shaped by ambition, conflict, compromise, and resilience. And as long as crowns are worn and ceremonies observed, the fascination with the British monarchy will endure.